Hi, folks. Nick Tockert here with the Historical Fencing Guild. Sorry if my lighting is a little off right now. There's so much coming through the window, it's completely blowing away my normal lights. So I've been trying to keep things set. And no, Foxy, yours came through. The first person through the door was Foxy, followed by Thesis, followed back by Foxy. I am late. No, I am right on time. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Before we get into a whole lot of talking, I talk about how I keep the lights on. And brothers and sisters, do I need to keep the lights on now? The Historical Fencing Guild is first and foremost brought to you by my amazing Patreon members. These fine folks are the ones who let me keep going. I'm going to be rearranging my ticker. I'm going to be making some new slides and stuff to make things more appreciative and easier to work with. I will probably actually be paying for the full version of StreamYard, so I have some more bells and whistles, and so I can stream this more places simultaneously. But that is part of one of the bigger announcements that happened today, and we'll get into that. The Historical Fencing Guild is also made possible by my awesome sales on Amazon, where you can find things like, that's not that book. The Simple Sword and the Fighting Axe. These are my two tattered office copies. Yours will look a little nicer. The Simple Sword and the Fighting Axe are the easiest, simplest ways to learn how to sword fight for a reasonable price in plain English. And the Simple Sword, I am still very proud to remind you, comes with stick figures, because everybody should be able to look at how they work and make things go. I am working on the third in this series. This is the second, the Simple Spear. That had to be delayed, and I'll get into that in just a moment. But you can also support me by buying this particular volume, Hybrids of Sons of Gods, the role-playing game, the Quick Play Edition, through, I'm sorry, I saw Foxy's note, through LukeStoneStudios.com. And folks, if you are bored, be sure to see me on Thursday mornings at 9 o'clock over on Raging 2 and Luke Stone Studios' YouTube channel, where I'm the co-host of Nerd Bacon. It gets colorful, geekdom, and we end up plugging a bunch of people. Let's get into it, because I do want to say, if those are tattered, you don't want to see some of my fave books. You're right. They're not tattered, but they're my office copies, and I've dropped them, and I've whipped them across the room a few times. Wow, has this been a busy week. First off, I want to apologize. I did not do my Cyber Tacto, which is my weekly blog this week. There's a very good reason why I didn't do it Wednesday, and then the rest of the days. It has been over 110 degrees out here with the real feel, and the study is not air conditioned. I have window air conditioners throughout my home, but because of the nature of the window in my study, I cannot air condition this room, which is why I know you guys are probably hearing the fan, and I do apologize, but we're still nearly 80 degrees here. And yeah, that's awesome. A good book. I've had to repair spines too. Being a retired librarian, it does that. You plug people? I thought this show was PG. Now, you know me, Johnny Cage. You've seen me DM, and I'll drop a body when necessary. Everyone knows this. No, thank you for joining us today, Johnny. The show is, Johnny, the chat. Yeah, I try to keep things civil here and on my other programs. So let's get into some speaking on the other stuff, because there were some other major events in my life that have kind of made this week a little, shall we say, hectic. And I had to verify that I could talk about that. Firstly, a lot of people know I love Brian K. Morris's show, Never Mind the Furthermore. It is a wonderful morning show where artists and authors and people can come together and chat and help build each other up, plug great people without it being too much of things. Oh God. Nothing I'm doing. I could get in trouble. Happy Friday, Cindy Kep. Folks, go support Cindy Kep at www.CKOEPP.com. Yes, great to see you, Cindy. I'm kind of explaining to the folks who missed out this morning on the big announcement. Now Brian's been doing that show for 7 years, and because of just situations, some personal matters, he is going to have to stop. Now, I am his successor. I will be taking over Never Mind the Furthermore Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and we'll stick with that schedule at least for a while I get a feel for it. From 10 a.m. roughly till 11. I'll probably go later on Wednesdays, but I don't want to overstep Raging 2's show with Nita and Daphne Lange. Nita Lanning and Daphne Lange. They're not like actual sisters, although they sound like sisters. Anyway, so yes, that is a huge announcement. That means I will be on stream 3 times more a week from that alone. I also, as soon as I finish The Simple Sword, will be starting a new book where I codify my method for creating RPG game campaigns, homebrewing them, and campaign settings. I've been doing this for 30 years, and it's high time I codified my system so other people can have it. So I will be doing a new show where I talk about that, and as I work through the concepts of how to do it, instead of just working it in the background and releasing a book, I'll be talking about how it works, taking questions on that. That will also be on my other channel, youtube.com/c/Nicholas Tockard. That's me. I will be keeping the Historical Fencing Guild mostly on topic. Now, that's a lot. I also, what I'm holding here, and I will just do that real quick, is the, oh God, I lost the word for it. But the guide to the animatic that Mike Jimmy LaRoche de Bruin. Mike Jimmy. Anyway, my speech impediment will not let me get his awesome name out. Mike Jimmy's one of the greatest people on the planet, and he does Life of Korra. Well, he has requested that I do some voice acting as, well, a character that's so on brand, it's shocking. So in the near future, I also will be recording some voice acting. So I am very, very, very crazily busy this week. And as it was over 120, I couldn't type anything of length, because to type anything of length, I have to use this, my ergonomic keyboard. Failure to do so basically means my hands get spazzed. But I have my new mic, I have my new camera that you guys, hence the camera angle being a little different. I haven't quite finalized where I want it. And the study's still being, continually, I'm building and making it better, but it's a slow go. So I am really, really, really happy to let you guys know that great things are coming from my sphere that's going to overlap the guild, overlap what else I do, and everything hopefully in the next couple weeks will be going up a level. So I need to get back into the chat because I've been prattling for a bit, and then we'll talk shop. Don't worry, I'll get back on things. Cameron, still happy Friday. How was your week? Oh, come on, Foxy. It's not like we were promoting your OnlyFans or anything. I don't have one yet. Sorry, my eyebrows got caught in oh my gear and didn't want to come back down. Okay, Well, wouldn't you know who won the pony? That's a lot of Nick. I'm okay with that. Thank you. Y'all are gonna be sick of me when I get things hopping and popping. Because of my health, I can't. I used to be on multiple evening shows like Red Valkyrie Presents, who I still love those guys, don't get me wrong, and Stupid O'Clock and a few others. But because of my health and my things, my evenings are kind of a no-go. So I'm keep repopulating my mornings to offset, and it gives me a chance to help out Brian, because if I didn't, he kind of let slip the show wouldn't go on. And too many people really love it, myself included, to let that go on. So being me, I opened my mouth, helium hand, and now we're here. So that won't start till July 6th, which gives me time and motivation to basically get oofed and do the next level of progress. Because, folks, that's the crazy thing. Good work is rewarded with more work. And you accept that and keep moving. But let's hear about your week. Cindy Cap, this week has been rather crazy. I got to be the pilot program of virtual disc. It did not work as described. I'm sorry. That sounds irritating. Yes, that sounds terrible. I've been on the phone and chat with tech support a lot. Yeah, that'll keep you busy. And everybody's being supportive. I sympathize. My phone currently will not send a picture through text. Amanda's phone, my wife, has the same problem. And I've been on the phone with tech support for about 200 hours. I just gave up. Okay, let's see. Well, I'm glad that that's what you're giving up. Oh, do I have a comment dump? Yes, I do. Cool. That means you guys are active, and that's what we want. We want activity. I'm so glad I don't have to do tech support, except for my parents and the occasional wild foxy who flips her desk upside down. Oh my! Thanks. It'll improve, or the computer will go airborne. Look, up in the air. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Cindy Cap's laptop. Yes, that's awesome. That wasn't me. Pro tip, do not let toddlers play on your keyboard. Hey, you know what? That's useful. That is a useful tip. Now, I want to talk, folks. We got to talk about some stuff. It has been in not Northwest. I'm not in Northwest anymore. I'm in North Central. Or West Central? Yeah. Anyway, Indiana. It has been deadly hot. Like Wilt the Pepper's hot. It is scary hot out here. Yay! Okay, I know that trick. Some scoundrels used to do that at the library quite a bit. I misunderstood when I heard flip the desktop upside down. I took it the literal desk, like table flipping. I want to say it's control up and or down. I'll have to ask my wife, but it's a very simple keyboard short to flip the desktop upside down. Anyway, it is very, very, very hot. So while we're looking at terms of practicing, and we do have a practice coming up, not this Saturday, because this Saturday I will be dealing with family stuff because it is Father's Day weekend, and I'd like to have some contact with my dad, and I want to spend some time with my son, even though I spend almost all my time with my son. Shocking, one can be a parent and like their children. Also shocking at news at 11, but I like my wife too. Yes, married men, you are allowed to like your wives. And I don't mean just love them or be attracted to them. I mean genuinely like hanging out with them. It's a shocking thing for sure, but it's true. And I think it's important because I am one who believes that love works a whole lot better if there's a friendship component. This has been your relationship advice with Nick Tucker. Thank you. And now back to our regularly scheduled chaos. All right. Heat is an absolute killer. It nearly killed me. I will never not say that. I will not never, when this topic comes up, not say uh thank you to John Miner, because John Miner literally saved my life, because some folks who were not EMTs were trying to treat my heat exhaustion and nearly put me into a stroke. So if you're watching, John, thank you, you big, beautiful lug. Now I get to the content. Whoop. Okay, let's see. By using the same toddler method of randomly poking tree keys, somehow I was poking keys, still don't know. Okay, there we are. Have you thought about one of those space ACs that are basically mini evaporative coolers? I've thought about that. There are two distinct problems. I am a force of entropy, in that I wreck and I maim and I knock things over constantly. And this is a narrow room with lots of very, very expensive electronics, more so getting repositioned pretty much as soon as it's cool enough to do it. So I don't know. I don't like the idea of a mechanical thing. It may be a case of I need to get my window fixed enough to put an AC there and run it and then just turn it off during the streams. I haven't quite figured that. But yes. Oh, is that how marriage works? Yeah. I'm I'm a couple months away from 20 years into this whole marriage thing. And I've only been married marginally shorter than I've been teaching people to sword fight. Maybe I should write a book on the marriage subject too. I don't know. Uh, okay. Father's Day is always a bit bittersweet for me. We lost our only child, so I always think for that day I get to spend the day with Foxy and Kitty, who make me the happiest man alive. A lot of people have bittersweet or problems with Father's Day because they've lost their fathers, and I am genuinely sympathetic. I always get sympathy and empathy flipped around in my head, but I am true. Well, I truly feel for you guys, and in all honesty, I am the father of an autistic child, which means there are several kinds of things that traditionally might be manifest, and they rarely are. Father's Day for me is always a very careful affair. And I tend to celebrate mine either at home, and we don't go out because it's very busy, or misplaced. For example, we went out to Subway because that's what I do on Father's Day. I get a Subway sandwich. And Mandy had to go for an eye exam, so it just worked. And then we usually just kind of stay home and we all kind of pal around. But I am sorry for those who hurt. I do kind of have to defend it for myself though, because I have people who normally I'm the guy who's there when people are having a bad day, often at the expense of whatever I'm doing. That is because it involves my family. Uh, I have to hold the line there. It's one of those natural boundaries. So I'm sorry it's bittersweet for you, and I'm sorry it's bittersweet for a lot of people, and it's different for me. But I nearly lost my dad about 6 years ago to a motorcycle accident, and we were very lucky not only that he survived, but that the brain damage settled down because he had 15-minute memory. He was forever cycling back to the 15 minutes of what from the initial wreck. So I understand. I take it seriously and I support it. And I try to be the kind of person. I try to be the kind of dad I want, and I love my dad. We're different people, And I try whenever I have a chance to fill that role with people, not for the prestige, because I know a lot of people who try to do that. And frankly, I find it creepy, but just to be there when other people aren't. So it is a mixed thing. Let's see. Scheduled chaos. If it isn't the name of a show, it ought to be. Organized chaos was going to be the name of a show on my YouTube channel where I build something and show people how I did it. Never got around to that or any of my other ideas. Well, here's the thing. You know what? Hold on. I know I knocked my camera over. I don't care. Hold on. I have some of these tucked away. I used to carry them around and give them out. This is a round to it. I'm officially gifting you Bladed Thesis, 1 round to it. You now have a round to it so that you can get round to doing it, which in this case is set up your channel and do awesome stuff. You have been issued a round to it. Anyway, let's go on down. That's where I am. We lost Dad in December. You have my condolences, Foxy. Johnny Cage says Dad's on a 14-year quest to find cigarettes. I'm confident he'll succeed. You know what? I had some stuff I was going to talk about, and it is important, but I'm going to go here more. This is too important. First off, Johnny, you are an amazing young man. And anybody who knows you and isn't impressed and proud with you would have to be, mentally deficient. And I am very, very sorry that someone lacked the courage and the appreciation to be in their son's life. You're a good man. You do good work. You are an incredible artist. And I believe you're going to go great places and do amazing things because you already have. So that's his loss and his failing. And I do believe at some point he'll have to answer that because it's father's solemn duty. And yeah, this is Dad, you have angry eyes. That's what Xander says. Angry eyes. But no. I've seen what you've done in the short time I've known you. And I'm damn proud to know you. And I speak highly of you when you're not around. And your father has lost out on a great privilege and a great honor. And he should be ashamed because you rock. Don't let anybody ever say otherwise. Oh, let's see. Sorry, Johnny. No, it's fine. Well, I'm sorry for little Johnny and the confusion from then. Sometimes things end up better in the end, though. They did. Dang straight. Hello to Etnet. June 19th is also Garfield the Cat Day. Is it really? Well, that'll be fun. I'm fat, lazy, and like pasta. Well, maybe we'll do something also for Garfield the Cat Day. So if you guys have problems with that other holiday, that's groovy. Get yourself some lasagna. Lord knows I've solved a lot of my problems with pasta. Nick, I don't want to break the expensive electronics. Also, Nick, I can knock the camera over. I don't care. Oh, so busted. So busted. But it's like when I'm being impassioned and I'm talking about you guys, that's how I get, When it's serious. Oh. Oh, God. I almost cried from laughing about that one. You just inherited a larger, weirder family, Johnny. Oh, that I did. Life found a way. Wait. Life, it finds a way. Okay. Horrible Jeff Goldblum. I need to watch that movie about 16,000 times more for no excuse. Okay. Reminds me of some lyrics from a song I was listening to earlier. Sometimes goodbye is a second chance. I'm going to try not to get myself in trouble, and I won't sing that. I'm going to have a drink. 1 second. And that will bring me back to topic in a bit. But you know what? We'll talk about this. Okay, Richie. Hi, Richie. Now, Richie's a great father. Okay. He's a great author. When he finishes his books, I will have him on my other show to promote his books because he's a great author. He's a good DM. You know, he and I have a difference of opinion on fate. I'm kidding with you, Rich. I love you. But Richie's great people, and it's good to see you on. I can have lasagna for lunch. Yes, you should. I'm getting paid this weekend, so I'm planning on buying a camera tripod for my phone so maybe I can start filming some things. Thesis, I used to do literally everything through my phone. And absolutely, our cell phones are some of the most powerful technological devices ever crafted in the history of man, and we take them completely for granted. Shine Down, Second Chance, love it. One of my first songs I learned how to play. That is cool. That is absolutely cool. Hi, Rich. Whoops. Hi, Rich. Hi, some person. Had to laugh. They made Pop's birthday. I get you. I absolutely get you, Rich. And it is a hard thing to be parent of a child who doesn't appreciate what you're doing for them or what you've done. And I think that's also a necessity. You know, they're not supposed to appreciate you. They're supposed to eat all your food and break your heart. Though in your case, it's been a rough spell, and I admire how well you're handling it. You get through this, and I think you'll finally be able to build a real foundation, bud. I know what's going on. Not trying to vague book, but you guys know me. I can't play music to save my life. Yeah, Foxy knows me really well. If anyone is helping me plan a siege from both sides, drop me a line. Oh, that's what I was forgetting. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. That's not going to do it. Wait. Anyway, that's being funky. We'll worry about that later. Next week I will do a video, and we will as a group, homework folks, next week we're going to be here, same bat time, same bat channel, and we're going to bring up the graphic and the information, and we are all as a group going to spitball Sydney Kep's amazing siege problem. Okay, it got put off because some crazy stuff, but we are definitely going to do it. Whoops. A federal holiday. Yeah. Hi, some person. Glad to see you on the show. I know we're way off topic today, but this holiday brings up a lot of people. My job's to take care of people. I learned to play drums because I can get a noise. I couldn't get noise out of anything else. I play a bit of Doombeck, which is hand drums. Not a lot, but enough to keep the belly dancers going. I'm not as good as I used to be with the nerves. I'd have to kind of do some more stuff. I can make a tin whistle go pretty well if I have tablature. And I was learning guitar at one point in my life, and during COVID, I was learning slide box guitar, and I want to get back into that. But again, all that got put on hold because of my fingers. So yeah, there's musical inclination, but I had bad luck with music teachers. Foxy says, I can sing just decently, though. I can't. I sing a lot, but I shouldn't, you know. Well, let's see. Comment dump. Okay. Sydney, I'm not good at siege warfare, but if you need help with individual battles, I can do that. Cool. Well, let's see. What used to fill an entire complex fits in our pockets. Yeah, yeah. This device right here, mine is in a waterproof case and is very quiet right now, so that when people message me because I'm live streaming, it won't be pinging and going nuts. It should give me my 10 o'clock alarm though, just because I have a med. Other than that, it should be fairly safe. This is a camera, scanner, communicator, word processor, game system, uh, voice recorder, flashlight, compass, GPS system. The scanners on some of these things are truly monstrous, and people have no idea the kind of information you can get from one of these. These are amazing. But they're all, I also see them amazing the same way I see as like a crescent wrench is amazing. This is a great tool. Learn how to use it. Mine is in a water resistant case because, it's me. I am good at thinking outside the box. If that's something you need for a siege, we'll see. And I might reach out to some of my more tactician friends. It was on the menu, and then I just got hit with a whole lot of news. I used to play. Oh god, I used to play guitar, but got discouraged by some comments that I won't give time of day. I tried several times to buy a new guitar, but something always goes wrong. Then don't buy a new one. Look for a pawn shop. Find an old one. Ask around somebody who's cleaning out. I have a box guitar that I got from a stoner who was going to throw it away in trade for a small favor. It was totally worth it. And then I have my little 3-string electric cigar box guitar that I love. It is hanging in my living room as a reminder when I find the slide that I'm going to get back into it. Crazy, isn't it, Richard? Yay! Don't forget to like that. Yes, folks, at some point we'll get back on topic. I know we've been going for nearly a half hour, but yeah, I think that's what we need sometimes. Please, it's Rich, not Richard. I'm a junior, so my full name makes me feel like I screwed up. That's okay. He's Richie to me because that's how I was introduced to him. And Richie's built about like John. He's a big techno Viking, and he's a wonderful, wonderful fella. Just goofy and needs a little bit more confidence. And I'll say that because I think he does. That too would help. Ah, fair. I will do best to remember that, Rich. Boom. Boom. Okay, thank you. I agree, Rich. Anytime I hear my full first name, my hackles go up. I do try and call people if they prefer. That's why Nick calls me Richie. Richie makes me think of Highlander because reasons. Okie dokie. That works. But he met me from his nephew I've known since we were 5. Yes, my nephew's about 10 years older than me. It gets complicated. His name is George, and I do love him. And that's why in certain circles I am known as Unky Nick. And it is kind of funny to hear people 10 years my senior. Unky Nick! Yeah, good times. Okay. Last time I tried to get one during COVID, it got stuck in California. If you need one, guitars are funny. They have a way of materializing when you really need one. So look around. It may surprise you. Fox, out of the boxness is needed for sci-fi and fantasy. Yes. Think sideways, diagonally, multidimensionally. Embrace your tropes and forsake the cliches. Sometimes I forget there's a box. Richie makes me think of Highlander too, And then I get sad because they killed him. And the actor, yeah, well, then let's not be sad. I'm not even going to read the rest of that. Ha, ha, we're not sad. Now, back to topic for a second anyway. It is extremely hot. If you are practicing, we need to talk about you have to armor from the skin out. Heat wicking clothing is your friend. As long as people are what you want to do is watch. As long as they're sweating, it's okay. They start to flush, pause whatever you're doing, hydrate. If people stop sweating, okay, they seem confused. Their balance is off. You need to get liquid in them, get them out of the sun, and contact the authorities. I'm serious. That's a 911 call. They should have done that for me. It nearly killed me. I have a black ballistic nylon fencing jacket that we made, a fencing tunic for the SCA. 1 layer ballistic nylon. Great stuff. No impact protection and absolutely no breathing. It was black. It was 120 degrees, and it literally nearly killed me on my favorite day I ever fought in the SCA. So what you want is to be constantly putting in liquid. If you are thirsty, you are already a third under. You should be constantly pushing liquid. For those of us who are skin tone challenged, sunscreen is your friend. Think in terms of this. Being safe in what we do is just about much about taking care of your body before, during, and after, as it is what you wear, what you wield, and what you practice. So I really, stay away from alcohol, stay away from caffeine, water down your Gatorade. I know that sounds crazy, but you can get too much salt and have problems because you're sweating the water out. So I like the Mio stuff because it has a lot of the same stuff. I drink it weaker when it's hot, stronger when I need it. This bottle is my life, and it travels with me throughout the house and everywhere. I know it's plastic. Some people get on about that. But of the things that are going to cause me trouble, I've got far more in line. So stay thirsty, my friends. No, seriously, drink. Take frequent breaks. A lot of us are trying to get back in shape. It is so easy to hurt yourself and overdo it. Slow stretches before, slow stretches after. You want to cool down. Your body doesn't like extreme changes. So, ventilated armor, heat wicking underclothing, frequent hydration. Okay? I tend to do a little bit of carb loading before practice so that I know my blood sugar is well buoyed. I have snacks during certain breaks because I pace it out, because I'm intimately aware of how my body is working. And yes, eat salty stuff. Pickles are wonderful. And there is some great advice coming across the chat, so I'm going to throw it. Let's see. While doing activities, if you aren't using the privy every hour, you're not drinking enough. Absolutely. I know it sounds weird, but if you're sweating and you're knocking back the beverages and you're not going to the potty every hour, and monitor the color. I know that's not popular. It's kind of gross. But if you've got bright yellow urine, that's a major sign you're dehydrated. You want to keep your stuff drunk. Now, I am not a medical professional. This is my observations of having done a sport-like substance all these years. And yes, eat salty food to avoid that word, because that's not coming out of me right now. But this is when you get to eat the stuff you like. This is when you get to your carbs. This is when lots of protein after the fight. You want to have a bit more protein to help have the materials to help rebuild the muscle that may be torn a little bit, or you're building Your body needs that to do the repairs. So it's very very important. Drink more. Pedialyte is better than Gatorade. I want underwear that comes with built-in AC, top and bottom. Absolutely. Tortoise in the hairs, and steady wins the race. Now, liquid glucose is necessary something like that if your blood sugars are dropping. Having things on hand, especially if you're diabetic. I have trained, and I have to restock. Actually, thank you for the reminder. I usually keep bottles of apple juice in the house, little bottles, because they're exactly the amount I need to come up if I catch my sugar at a low but not a crash. Okay. And I try to keep that. I have snacks and things. Be careful. Talk to your doctor. I'm serious. Most of my working out now is physical therapy. I'm hoping soon to get back doing stuff here, but I don't want to push myself and re-injure. Absolutely. You absolutely want to take it easy. Talk to your medical professionals about what you can do and start slow with things like short form Tai Chi. Don't be afraid to stop. Don't be afraid to pause. You have to learn, especially since you haven't been injured and come back, you have to learn what sore versus ouch feels like. And learn the language of your body when it's recovering. Because it really is a recovery. Pickle juice is poor man's Gatorade. Pickle juice is pickles in general. If they taste amazing, you need them. That's how I feel about a lot of Gatorades. I don't always like Gatorade type things, but I know if it tastes like the best thing ever and it's a full sugar Gatorade, I know I'm in a place where I really need it. And tastes better. After all the activity ends and you've cooled down, keep monitoring, especially if you're balancing. Yes. If you have blood sugar, if you check your blood sugar, check it regularly after. Don't rush. Don't push yourself to eat too much, but ease into it and eat things that are going to rebuild your system. Diet is very important. One of the biggest problems we have, and it's something I suffer, is that many martial artists aren't good athletes. Okay, learning how to fight does not always overlap with learning how to maintain your body, learning how to build your endurance, learning how to build that level of discipline and attention. I am trying to get back. However, because of my sort of conditions, the line is so fragile, I have to be extremely long-term careful. And the fact that I'm not wearing braces up to my elbows anymore is telling that I know my system works. So keep it very, very careful. Okay. Most flavors of Gatorade, I agree. There are a few that there are a couple I really like, but that's something I like. Things that are for me. I make choices, and I'm not saying you need to, that are diagnostic. Having Gatorade on hand that is a flavor I don't like means I won't drink it unless I need it. Does that make sense? And if it tastes really good, I know I need it. My body's craving that. I tend to take, for me, some anti-inflammatory before I do something, so I don't overdo it. But I've eased off that because the inflammatory process is also part of the muscle building process. So it's very much paying attention to your body, talking to your medical professional, and figuring out what works for you. Very true, Cindy. I tend to go the way and have low sugar. Yep, I don't get very high peaks. It's very rare, even though my A1C may get screwed up. But I am prone to dramatic crashes. So I'm not terribly fragile, and I tend to lean very much in that direction. So I know, okay, we do this, we do that. And it shouldn't be a big thing. Okay? Don't make a production out of it. One thing I had for a while there was I had Xander trained. If I asked for my apple juice, he knew he had to get it. If I asked for my candy bar, he knows what that means. Don't go, oh, he's having a diabetic problem and start swarming. That is the worst thing. Drives anybody who's had any medical training bonkers. Handle it calm. If I know what I'm doing and I'm obviously cognizant of how to handle it, like I'm stopping, I need to hydrate and get me this. Let me sit down. Let me chill. Don't make a big to do. Because that doesn't help anybody. Panicking never helps a situation. So that's what I want you to kind of internalize. Look it up. Study, folks. Just as much as you read fencing manuals, study how to handle these things. Because I can tell you, but I would rather, and yeah, I'm going to jump ahead. Those people who circle like vultures are annoying. And I will tell you, pet peeve, the worst thing for me when I have my blood sugar is crashing and I know it's crashing, or one of my old injuries is acting up. Sometimes I will. It's not as bad because of my new meds, but I would have dramatic spasms. As a child, I was epileptic. When I know what's going on, me having to calm you down so that I can take care of what I need to take care of hurts everybody involved. And it's in my circle because my son's usually present. I have to keep him calm when I'm having a problem because he's autistic and he can't help it. He's getting better, but he can't help it. For neurotypical adults, I hold y'all to a higher standard. And now, if you're an EMT, there are people, John, Julie, they were both EMTs. John was a firefighter. Julie was an EMT, as in come in the ambulance, pick up the parts of people EMT. I've got some combat vets, my buddy Al, a few people in the circles I travel. I will defer to instantly because their alphabet soup is bigger than mine. But if you don't know what you're doing, back up. Don't panic and go do the things. That's what we're out. Hey, we're joined. Whoa, sorry, hold on. Hey, Brian. Yeah, we got on a heated topic of first Father's Day and then the joys of dealing with medical situations while we hold practices usually related to heat. Thank you for dropping by. Thank you again for the extreme honor you've bestowed upon me. I know you're just passing through. You are one of my favorite people on the planet. I know you're going to Uncle Carl's secret humor room, the green room, and I want you to go there, and I hope they spoil you rotten and treat you like the awesome guy you are, because you deserve it. So, yes. And the chat's going on, but I want to make sure, low blood sugar. Aha! I'm working on footwork just so I can walk decently again. Here's a great secret. My footwork is so good because I've had balance issues and I walk with a cane all the time, and I have for years. I had to find a way to walk that was one notch from the penguin waddle and that would not let me fall over. Good on you. Doing footwork drills makes sword masters happy. I get extra twitchy and shaky after heavy activity. That's going to happen. And when you know it, there's nothing worse like, yeah, I'm going to be a little weird. Just let me, it's going to settle. I'll take care of it. And if it's not normal, you'll know. Oh, wow, I forgot you had a problem with coconut. One of the first videos I'm planning on filming when I get back is my 4-point block sword vid with Foxy. Yes! Yes! That's what we want to see. Film it, put it up on the Historical Fencing Guild public group. And then what we'll do is if you put, and this goes to any of the people in the chat that I know, The only reason I haven't done this with Cindy is I want her to be comfortable. I will be happy to show, small screen show it here, and we can talk about it together. And I think things like that would be very beneficial. Just be sure you don't have any music that will get us both dinged in the background. Yeah, okay, we're there. Okay. If I tell you to back off and quiet down, please do so, unless I assume, have had more recent email certifications than me. Yeah, I get you. Extra twitch, it does to the people who either don't know you or aren't trained. When you explain this is going to happen, the first outing, we'll watch. I would probably recognize it. I keep forgetting I can't just look out the window and have you there. It's kind of tragic. I'd probably recognize first because I watch people, borderline preternaturally. So it freaks some people out, but a lot of people around here, I get used to it to the point I forget. Benjamin Starkey, one of my dearest friends, he had Tourette's and he had twitches and he would do things with his mouth, especially when agitated. And honestly, it took me about a week before I didn't notice it anymore because it was normal for him. And I think if we can let that happen with the people in our circles, everybody will be a lot groovier. Okay, hold on. Drink. New comments. Ba, 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 ba. Okay, now, wow, there's so many comments. I tend to stay calm no matter what. Well, yeah, those of us who've seen some stuff understand when stuff's going on. Well, hello there, General Kenobi. Sorry, I hear hello there. I can't help it. Hello, Brian. Hope you're having a lovely evening. Hiya, Cindy. Hey, Cindy. And sure am, Foxy. Yeah, Brian should be. He's going to... Very soon, Brian K. Morris will have his mornings off. He'll be able to drink his coffee sitting across from his lovely wife and not have to set up a morning live stream, don his fez and bow tie. He'll be able to sit in the comments and make fun of me and the people I have to deal with, and it will be beautiful. Enters room through portal in the back of the room, pulls up a chair from his back pocket, sits down, acts like he's been here this whole time. Joe Bachman, my friend. Joe's one of my dearest friends. And the only reason he's not living at my house is he makes more money than I do. He and his wife are happy. But if that ever changes, they're more than welcome to live here. All you've missed is a good rousing discussion on the fact that I'm taking over for Brian K. Morris for Never Mind the Furthermore. And we were talking about, guys, don't be stupid during heat. Hydrate. Take care of yourselves. Let's see what else. So you're doing good. Any other questions? You can hit me up. I got nothing but love for you. And that's Joe. He's also my webmaster. He's why I can have nicholastalkert.com. He's making wonderful apps for me. He made the Big Stompy Robots apps. We're talking about some other things. I'm trying to get him into game design further because I want him to make the Big Stompy Robots game. I really want to be able to see him make that thing happen. And folks, I just got notice from YouTube that I am live on my channel right now. Thank you, YouTube Notification Center. And Brian says, Nick, it's me who's honored. Dude, you didn't get me to cry on camera, and that's not fair. Is it great fun being had by all? Yeah, I'm making runs. They'll probably hang me out to dry. No, they love you, and it will be awesome. Love you, Nick. Yeah. BKM, you are the quintessential awesomeness. Joe, where did you find a pocket share? Foxy says my footwork has been called pretty decent. I bet it is. I'd have to see it, and I'll happily review any of you guys' stuff. But yes. Oh, Foxy, I added a bag of holding to that pocket. Yeah. And he pulls it out and it just telescopes out. Joe's a techno mage. Can't hit the broadside of the barn, but he's a techno mage. I try to offer support if people are having med issues, even if it's just keeping other people back for a minute. Yeah, that's one of the best. Dang men's pockets. Yes, folks, it's beautiful. Yeah, I've had 1/20th millennium of practice telling typical twitchy and Yeah, a lot of times you just have to pay attention to the person who's living it. That's why when I stop, and it's taken a while because some friends didn't believe me or whatever, and I say things like, I need to stop and have something to drink, or I need to eat something. It's right now. Or when I say right now, it's within 15 minutes. I don't want to go a half hour because then I'm going to have worse problems coming back for it, things like that. But it takes a while. And I will tell you this, consent is king. And I always come back to this. But when it comes to your health, and if it's something and you know anyone who impairs your ability to tend to yourself healthy, flee. Don't just leave, flee. All right? If you got to run naked in the street, get away from them. Because if they won't consent to letting you take basic care of your body, they give you stuff if you're diabetic and you have to take your injections, or you need meds at a certain time, or I can't stay up late because it throws off my schedule. I have health problems. Just knock the dust from your sandals when you leave, okay? If the video quality is decent and Foxy is cool, I will post it to my YouTube channel. Excellent. Please do so. And I would love to share it to promote your YouTube channel. And folks, it might shock you, but with the new opportunities, I intend to promote people from both my Nerd Bacon circle of friends and the Historical Fencing Guild circle of friends, as well as the wonderful folks you expect to see on Never Mind the Furthermore. It's almost like this has been a dastardly plan to expand the circles, all conceived so that I can help more people get better faster and meet better people. But that would imply that it's been a conspiracy this whole time. Yep, anyway. Brian, pro tip, and if there's a pro, it's Brian K. Morris. If you need music for your videos, go to Music Studio. There's music that is deliciously varied and all is royalty free and will be for all eternity. Yes. 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 Woohoo. And that's yet another. Woo. We got another comment dump. Bam. That's what I love. I'm going to go a little late tonight, it looks like, and I'm okay with that. Odd phone should have been an EMT. Should have even EMT notif. Sorry, I lost what you were trying to say there, Richie. I'm usually pretty good, but you know what you're talking about. YouTube tunes are great. Thanks for the tip, Brian. It will help. That will help drown out the construction sound on my videos. Yes. If you don't know it, Joe Bachman. Joe, can you put the link in the chat? I don't think I can make you give you the wrench here. I think I have to go through YouTube to do that. That's on my things to do because I broadcast through StreamYard. But I want to get you a wrench so that you can put your links in. He's got a YouTube channel where he's talking about what goes on a construction site. You can ask him questions, and a lot of times he'll walk out and go, this is what we're doing here on a live construction site. It's really cool. Dang, didn't need to go after my knees like that. Okay, yeah, it's when I talk, couldn't hit the broadside of the barn. I love you, but I play D&D with you. And that's why Joe is the reason the Joe Bach Techno Union in Big Stompy Robots explodes. And I thought I turned off all my notices, but apparently my phone denies. It denies. Okay. Okay, sorry. Yes, a dear friend, actually, Sterling. He's a tattooist. I taught when I was a long-term substitute teacher. One of the most talented artists I've encountered was asking for some advice. Naturally, I will stop my day and help him because that's what it's. But cannot deny, no, deny my dice rolls are a bit lacking. We're gonna let. I will let you use digital dice rolls. Because yeah, I don't want you touching any of the dice. It spreads like a plague. Oh, let's see what we have here. More. Yes, another comment. I'm here to help, Joe, despite all evidence to the contrary. No, Brian, you are truly the patron saint of broadcasting. You're bringing the light of joy in broadcasting to millions and don't even know it because we're going to get you there. Because you've done so much for me, I will always do stuff for you. And you can support Brian, who is also one of my a beautiful bunch of Patreon members, at risingtide.pub, where you can find out about ways to get his newsletter. And after you've got his newsletter, get Cindy Kepps at www.coepp.com. She helped the manatee man find his manatee. I always keep candy bar in my purse in case of diabetics or someone having a hypoglycemic attack. Yeah, I rarely leave the house without fallback foods. Cindy, you're right about YT Tunes. That's where I get my theme musics. Yeah, at some point in the near future, I will be planning a big sit down with Brian to get some content moved over because I need the and now we throw our heads back and laugh because it's just too good material. It's necessary. Things are coming, folks, and it's going to be awesome. And all the skills I get through working with Nevermind the Furthermore will help this show get better, help my other shows get better, help make people happy. It's all like it's a dastardly plan. Fashion designers looked at Johnny at women's clothes and thought God gave them an extra pocket already. They don't need actually. And it's funny. The reason pockets were removed from women's clothing is twofold. First off, it is aesthetic to keep the lines slim, but it was also because it was believed that if women had pockets, they would carry around pamphlets and self-defense weapons. And if you give a woman a pocket, she fills it with sedition, I believe was the quote in the late 1800s. So it is absolutely delightful whenever I can encourage a woman to get clothing with pockets in it because I believe in pocket supremacy. I believe everyone should have pockets. I believe they are awesome. I am a dad. I am wearing New Balance and cargo shorts with pockets. And it's now mandatory that I have zipper closed pockets so I don't lose my wallet again. So yeah, that we are doing that, folks. We are doing that. Buy a woman you love something with pockets. And if it doesn't have pockets, we need to stitch more. Woo! Wow, I got another comment dump. Here we go. My neck gets a little fuzzy. LOL, Johnny. You, Foxy, I'm not even going there. If you want to see that, LOL, moving on to the green room. Everyone have an excellent evening. Good to see you all. Great seeing you, Brian. Support Brian K. Morris everywhere. Twitter, on Facebook. Just support the man. Have a nice evening. Waves, we're missing you already, Brian. Okay, on the actual laptop. Should have been back off if I tell you to your unless your EMT certification is more recent than when I got mine. Yes, Richie's another EMT. You too, Foxy. Miss you, Cindy. Here we go. When we get into the new place, I plan to set up my recording area for life lessons with your Uncle Dick. Richie, I'm holding you to that. Like, literally, all you need is a cell phone and something to hold it up. I would show you my cell phone thing, but it's holding up my fancy camera right now. Look, you already have the cell phone. The tripod for it is like $10. So you don't need much space. Set it up, start putting good out there so that good can come back to you, because you deserve it, but needs of it. Silver Ogre, the tide is high, but I'm holding on. That's right. Great to see you, Silver. Now, Silver's one of my favorite people on the planet, too. I got some great folks. Let me see, make sure that I haven't missed that. Okay, cool. Silver, thank you. Silver was one of my Patreon members. Finances happen, and I'm not cheese, because that's reality. I want you guys to take care of yourselves. Later, come take care of me. I'll still be here. But no, Silver's a great creator, a great guy. Follow him everywhere, too. And good evening, everyone. Hello, Foxy. Hope it's been good. How's it going? Everybody's greeting each other. Hit me up on Messenger. I have something to talk to you about briefly. You got it, brother. Not a problem. Oh, Foxy's tendons are being jerks. Okay, Foxy's tendons. This is me. I'm telling from the other side. You stop being jerks right now and let her have a good time. Don't make me come over there. Speaking of the official Nick uniform, I saw Jurassic Park Hawaiian shirts that made me think, oh gosh. Oh, Jurassic Park Hawaiian shirts. That is so cool. Send me the link, Thesis. Jurassic Park is the one movie where you don't want to be the guy in the Hawaiian shirt. No, Tom Selleck. I actually have Thomas Magnum on my wall of cool. Right, wait, hold on. Let me see. I'll see if I can show you. Will it show? He's down there. Let's see if it will autofocus. Next to Chernobog. It's a pop, so you can't tell, but yes. I have a Thomas Magnum Funko Pop in his Hawaiian shirt. I was this close to owning an authentic recreation Thomas Magnum Hawaiian shirt, but these things happen. Nope, I just need to set up a couple things to soften the walls so there won't be a lot of artifacting in my audio. Yeah, there are a couple ways to do that. We can talk some shop later. Or just get started. It's better to get started and make it better later than not to get started. Really, I'm stone serious. People love to watch your progress. My dad has a major collection of Hawaiian shirts. That's awesome, Cindy. You have a point. Ogre wants a black Hawaiian shirt with onks and skulls. I think I've seen something like that. Oh, that'd be neat, Silver. Not my style of neat, but neat. Yeah, see, that's a great thing. I've seen Hawaiian shirts of every possible print, and they're always amazing. I love them all. Someone asked me what's a good Hawaiian. What's the difference between a good Hawaiian shirt and a bad Hawaiian shirt? I said Hawaiian shirts are like puns. Okay, the worse it is, the better it is. Now, we have gone completely off topic, and that's what this whole week has been for me. A lot of insanity. I love it. Foxy is already looking up Silver's shirt. It's too late, Thesis. It's too late. You can't stop that. But next week will be a bit more on topic, I hope. I should have a lot more set up. And I'm making some purchases for some of my other things. Probably be redirecting part of the Patreon money to getting me the paid StreamYard service, so I can do things like stream on multiple platforms at the same time, have more people on. There'll be some good things. You mean a female will do all the shopping research for me? That sounds horrible. Horribly convenient. Give the lady your sizes. If I find a good one, I'll post it to the FB page. Absolutely. That's wonderful. But we will talk more swords and stuff next week. This week has been insane. I found out I'm going to be a small cartoon creature, and that's getting ironed out. I will be setting up an impromptu audio booth. I'll be purchasing a lot. So it's funny. Ogre and I wear the same size. Ogre wears 3X tall. I wear 3X tall because I'm very round and I have short legs. But it's okay. Just picture that. It's beautiful, really. But friends, it's been over an hour, and apparently I have to take a couple message calls and reach out to some folks. So what I'm going to tell you is this. All right. Warning, warning. Hot librarian mode activated. Hot librarian mode activated. Y'all know. You know what? I'm going to stop and say this before I go into it. I was asked which movie from 1999 I would pick if I had to pick one, and I said The Mummy. Brendan Fraser. And they said, that mummy. Why? And I said this. I said, I'm biased. I am married to a sword fighting librarian with a fixation on Egypt. Could you expect anything less? So, folks, with that fun little thought, I'm going to say this, guys. Be good to yourselves, okay? I mean it. Take care of yourselves. Hydrate, guys. Before we get into my usual sign off, hydrate. Water. Follow my other channel. That's the Nicholas Talker channel. Because I'm going to be doing it with this technology and stuff. I'm going to be upgrading my game. And I have a couple things on my bucket list I need to knock out. But while I'm doing that, and I'm waiting for the next practice, please do your drills. Keep your guard up. Be kind to yourselves and each other. As always, folks, thank you for supporting your local swordmaster. I will see you next week here. And then very shortly, I will, starting July 6th, I'll see you on Nevermind the Furthermore at 10 o'clock in the morning, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I will see you on Nerd Bacon on Luke Stone Studios and the Rage 2 Broadcast Network on Thursday mornings at 9 a.m. That's my early morning. And I'm still trying to figure out when I'll be squeezing in my currently untitled How to Make an RPG show. That should be a limited edition one. I don't intend that one to go forever, just as long as it takes to go over the major content of the book and then get the book out. So you'll be seeing a lot more of me. And I'm honored. Again, I want to shout out Brian K. Morris. Thank you for the privilege. And I will try to do right with the gift you've given me. One other thing. Artists, Clip Studio Paint is half off right now. As soon as I'm off this, I will probably be taking advantage of that because I want to get a little farther into animation than I have in the past. So there's a lot coming. The list field looks great. We're having more people coming out for the 25th. We're having a practice. And folks, have a good one, all right? If you want more of me, follow me on the Historical Fencing Guild Facebook group. It's the Historical Fencing Guild public group on Facebook. You can follow me at Twitter at ntalkard. And you can find all my links for my books, for Patreon, for everything at nicholastalkard.com. Have a lovely evening. And thanks for coming out, Richie.